No, the stuff we're doing, it's all House Bill 96 requirements. So it's not college grants, or at least for what I'm doing, not may help, but it's not the reasoning for what I'm doing. That I just like to torment everyone, so. You're on, Kathy.
Yeah, I got hold of the sheriff, he will not correct me.
Okay. I'll be back up at 9:30. Thank you.
Thanks, Andy.
You're welcome.
Good weekend?
It was there.
It was there, huh?
I didn't move too fast.
Imagine not.
I'm feeling better.
Good.
I'm feeling like, yeah.
We don't need the details.
Thought yesterday I was gonna have, it was gonna get worse than what it was, because I was walking on a trampoline. Well,
You just don't learn, do you?
the netting on the side of the trampoline, you know, what came, part of it on top came off. So I'm thinking, well, should I get a ladder and do this, or I can just get on the top of the trampoline and just, yeah. So I got on the trampoline and for about 2 minutes, and I said, oh, I think I don't, I'll get a ladder.
You don't want to go in between the springs.
So I said, okay, I'll get a ladder. So I got a ladder.
I'll wait for Tom.
And it wouldn't make it.
And then it's still there.
Everybody else had a good weekend?
You're a free man then, right? Oh, boy.
I got pollen's driving me nuts. I just have my allergies have too much this spring, but man, I got a cough and scratch. Eyes itch.
Got the grass on Saturday and I was all falling up yesterday.
I gotta cut the grass tonight. I'm dreading.
That's what I'm thinking about doing tonight.
I've got. I don't want to, but
You got a COVID mask left, that's
I don't
probably a
know if
good
that's
idea.
I'm kind of hoping that my wife
I'll see you on the 21st.
will get her little riding mower out. But I doubt she will. How about the 20th or the 21st? Would one of you guys want to sit on Board of Revisions for me on the 20th and 21st?
Both days?
Yes, because I will be in, I'm leaving for Florida on the 20th.
Good for you. I don't think I've ever seen you take a vacation.
I never thought these people would be in my book,
That's all day, all right?
It's all day, yeah.
but it looks like
They
they're
do
doing
the epicenter from 11:30 to 1.
yeah, that's the board's.
The ribbon cutting.
That's what?
The ribbon cutting thing. And then 21st.
Okay.
What time does that start?
8 or 8:30.
Huge dog.
And it's gonna last all day long.
I can do some of that too. I'm going to probably be able to see if they do more Wednesday.
Because we have, we'll be up, the BORs will be up here the 13th, 14th, the 19th, the 20th, and 21st, June the 4th, 5th, June the 10th, 11th, and 12th.
I'll just put a full on the calendar.
But I should be here. That's the only 2 days I'll be missing.
Okay. Now, is that up here?
Yes. Because they also had it scheduled for the 21st, the 22nd. I said, that's Memorial Day weekend. That's the 21st, so Thursday, and that's when the feast of the,
Feasting on moonflowers.
I was going to call it.
All right, I got 9 o'clock. We'll call the Ross County Commissioners meeting to order with pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heidi, good morning.
Good
Morning,
morning,
Heidi.
Commissioner Webb. Good morning.
So we have a motion to accept the minutes of last week's meeting.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Bills for the week, $3,190,256.34. The bulk of that was in two parts. One was the Planning Commission ACGP grant, $1,778,825. And then we made a TAM payment for the 104 project of $1,062,148. And other things were pretty normal, so.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Then now, $488,909.93. The big bulk of that was the course of program renewal cost of $465,001. And the rest were pretty routine.
So moved. Second.
All in favor,
This
say aye.
the CLE, Amazon Capital Services for food supplies.
They get snacks or something there?
No, they have earmark, or whatever they are. I'll still second it.
That'll be for George, he'll be here.
Yeah, well, he's not coming.
Oh, he's not?
No. Andy's told him to do that show.
Okay. Crystal transfers from veteran services, from allowances to travel for $3,000. Falling short of that amount.
So moved.
Second. Favor say aye. Appropriation for fund, for us, $10,420 to replace the light pole for the beacon out at the airport.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Guys, we should do that. We got money in that account, so we can do anything else that comes up in that.
The airport,
That and contract services.
not a lot. We didn't have enough to transfer in to make up for that.
Okay. That was something Dave said that we needed, so.
Hey, good morning.
How we feeling, man? We're good. Sneaking in there on it.
So I got an asset disposal form from the dog wardens department, blue chair, gray and black file cabinet, black desk, and metal safe.
So moved.
Damage beyond repair.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And I got a bid proposal for various county and township road paving, milling and pavement marking projects coming up. As I said, the tax for you guys tax.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I have a notification from Jeff Nelson. He's from the Federal Aviation Administration, talking about our existing entitlement funds sponsored to the airport for carry over all existing entitlement funds in 2027. It's a routine thing we do every year, doesn't it, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And I have a notification here for underground storage tanks for the engineering department saying that we have financial authority to continue them. And we indicated security bond and standby trust fund. There's 4 tanks in question. One's here at the courthouse, 2 at the Ross County Airport, and 4 on the engineer's property on Fairgrounds.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Then, we did not get any application or resumes for the dog warden position. Pam's been into it for 2 weeks. And hourly rate, our new hourly rate is $22.26. That was what Juanita was making. And we talked about making that retroactive from the time she started, because she's been doing that job anyway.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
As well as this. And you want the Vandermark thing.
Gee.
Look, want to recess until 9:30?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
You got any company from the sheriff's office coming? You got any company from the sheriff's office?
No, we just had a confusion on the subject matter. Didn't mean to include them or bother them.
Just a memorandum of understanding.
This is job description stuff and proposal for you guys. I don't know if something like
Is this
this
the
is.
same one that you put out earlier?
I sent the job description, which is the following 3 pages. That's what I sent you guys Friday. MOU is still being reviewed by the prosecutor. And then the first 1 page is new information, or just proposal information, but. Kathy, are we still in executive?
You never are in.
No, that's
We're
what
just in recess.
In recess, okay.
we're not
No,
in
we're
recess
back
any
on.
longer. But I think we probably should go into executive session.
That was gonna be my ask.
Okay. So
Why?
Just discussion, oh, sorry.
Why?
Personnel.
Okay.
No.
Set a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
In executive session at 9:31.
He said he's hiding in one of the side offices.
Hey, leave that door.
Leave it open?
Yeah.
Hey, Chase, how you doing?
How are you?
What's new and exciting? Nothing.
Try to keep it that way.
Keep it that way.
Charlie called me yesterday and was concerned that, I just wanted to make sure that we followed all the process correctly on the Vandermark Lane vacation. And so I told him I'd talk with Chase, and Chase, that's where we pick up the ball and run here. Where basically, that's why Chase is here, is just to make sure we're on the same page and that we did satisfy all the requirements, which I think we did.
Yeah, the one question I had was with the millage for the mileage that they use. They have removed that from their rules and re-petitioned, right? That was the one question going through the file and looking at the statute.
I don't think
so.
I don't think so. I think they're still getting with his mileage.
Well, they were, and I think they were.
But the point difference here is that Scioto Township is not asked for this. This is an individual that's asked for this.
Okay, so that's a little bit of a different statement. Then we
Scioto Township is not in favor of that.
because I thought it was still falling within Scioto Township was requesting it as a vacation.
I'm sorry.
No, that's literally the next statute.
Yeah, it's one of the landowners who's back there.
So it's the 12 signed petition, a minimum of 12 signed petition from them. Okay.
But they live on Allen Cliff, they don't live on Vandermark.
That's fine. Yeah, as long as it's 12 people within that township, it's fine.
This really should have been vacated a long time ago, when it stopped being old Alden Cliff, or was that Alden Cliff Drive at one time? What was that?
It
I was
was.
thinking it's just off of Allen Cliff.
Was it old 35?
No, it was old Allen Cliff Road. Because it went around, made a turn and came back.
Last thing we got from Scioto Township trustees on April 13th, that they have not made any change to their decision on November 4th.
Which
Not
would have been after
considered
the
a
initial
vacation of the road until after November of 2046. So they are still collecting mileage.
My thing is the way I look at it is, if we vacate that, somebody's gonna be landlocked back in here. You know, have to go down over the bank, but the guy who has land,
So how's it determined who that goes to? If the township vacates?
half of it goes to each, splits it up down the middle,
Is that how that works, Chase, do you know?
splits it down the middle.
Pretty much. Yeah, if it is a citizen petition, it does require publication notice.
So
That's-
we gotta start over.
Yep. Yeah, that is if it is coming from the Board of Trustees. The other thing, even with the signature requesting it from residents in the vicinity, the Scioto Township still has to give approval for it. All the county commissioner's authority flows from the trustees on this one.
So we actually don't have anything to do with it.
Right now, no. Scioto Township is
They
saying.
have to still initiate.
Yeah.
The citizens have initiated with the township.
Yes.
The township then has to take action on that.
Yeah, because if you look at the initial,
Okay, so what I told John wasn't wrong. I just had to figure it out
Yeah.
a month later.
Yeah, so under 555304, which is what we're looking at, it's a petition from citizens, subject to
Yeah.
Section B, a Board of County Commissioners shall not adopt a resolution to vacate a public road or engage in the process that is a township road under Division A of this section unless the applicable Board of Township Trustees has adopted a resolution approving said vacation.
Bingo.
So, and if they sent something in April that said they're not doing anything,
That's what
you're clear.
Okay.
Yeah, as I said, if
That's what I thought.
if they say they're not doing anything, we really don't, there's nothing,
You can't do anything.
there's nothing we can do.
Yeah, so-
There's not, even- we can't even go out and take a look at it.
Thank you.
Well, and that's what we originally thought, and then Charlie thought we needed to go through the complete process to
Yes.
get due process.
Yeah, and I think I can understand why he was mixed up, because I've been mixed up multiple times through this, but.
Yeah, so there's two, I mean, for kind of how this works, there's two processes you can go through. Either a township trustee board comes to you guys and says, we want this vacated, or a group of citizens can petition.
Which they did,
Yeah,
except for
they were using it as
they
mileage.
were using it as mileage, so we could not vacate it because it was county,
Mhm.
their road mileage. So the alternative was that the landowner who wants it to be vacated initiated the petition process to vacate it. We can't take action until the Scioto Township takes action. They said they're not taking action until November.
Yeah,
All right.
which would make sense because that's when the road reporting
And
would trigger.
if they don't take any action, there's nothing we can do.
Because they can actually vacate it without your.
As I said, they can vacate it without us.
So if they, like with the petition they initially sent, if there would have not been the inclusion of that road in their mileage, if you fail to act or choose not to act within 60 days, it's deemed vacant.
So what do you recommend we do with 11 o'clock?
Nothing.
Cancel it.
Cancel it?
I mean, there's nothing you guys can do.
Yeah, we can't do 11 o'clock. We can't do the 11 o'clock or the 11:30.
Correct.
The law is spoken.
Can you speak to Charlie? Just make sure he's on the same page. 'Cause he was gonna go, we thought, he thought all along that we were gonna be canceled. And he was gonna go over there just in case somebody showed up and explained him this is actually where. the
Yeah,
process is.
you absolutely.
We appreciate your.
Thank you for clarifying.
That's easy, yeah. Yeah,
Well,
that's
it wasn't that easy.
Well, it's one of
was
the
easy,
few
but-
statutes that are actually clear. Like, here's your process, here's who you notify, here's what you do, here's when it's done, here's the timeline. Those don't happen very often, especially with township trustees.
This is a weird situation when you're dealing with over 3/4 of the road over the side of the cliff on the bottom there. Well, it used to be, that's what's in dispute.
That's, yeah.
If you want somebody to develop it along the creek bed, it's prone to flooding, put a house down there.
Then you're gonna have FEMA and.
You can't put a house down there because it's in floodplain.
Yeah. He said he's intent on putting a house. I've spoken to the guy.
Well, have fun with that, dude.
Yeah. The first flood, it's gone, yeah.
Yeah.
This makes sense though. I mean, that's a pattern in our city is citizens initiate to the jurisdiction that's responsible for whatever it is.
Yeah, it's all.
Township road should be with the township, and then it gets up to the next level. All right.
And they're not gonna budget until November this year.
This sounds like a December problem,
Yeah.
if they do it.
Well, my thing is, I think they're gonna wait till the end of the year when they add that. They're either, if they add it on as mileage, they still gotta keep it. If they don't add it as mileage, they can get rid of it.
Yeah.
So that's why they're gonna wait till the end of the year.
Yeah, which would make sense, they'd have to report their mileage, I think that report's due like right around Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So that makes sense why they're not doing anything in November, is they really can't.
I mean, it's just a little section of, I could throw a football as far as that section is.
Yeah.
Well,
You have a sore arm, but you can,
Yeah.
better warm up a little.
I could throw my shoulder out of the socket.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I throw.
Gotta warm up.
All right, I think that clears it up for us.
All right.
Appreciate you coming over and
Yes,
letting
thank
us
you.
know.
Thank you.
Anything else you need while we're here?
Plenty,
We'll wait on
yeah.
you. We'll call you back.
I'm around, I got court at 1, other than that, I'll be around. All right, have fun, guys.
Thank you. Got arraignments today?
Huh?
Got arraignments today?
No, I mean, there's a handful, I think we got one at 1, nothing real fun. No, we didn't have grand jury Friday, so.
No grand jury Friday.
That's every other.
Oh, every other day? Oh, okay.
See you guys.
See you later.
See you later.
Running down.
I knew it was that.
I didn't need one.
That kind of bothers me, I'm signing emails that I've never seen.
How's the paving coming out there along
Oh,
the
what?
bike path? Bike path, they get that done?
Yeah, they're not done yet.
Are they still working on it?
They say they are.
I saw some fellow go that right over there.
That's what they're going right through the construction where they're doing the construction at. And they're, you know, like you can still go from Chillicothe to Frankfurt, but they just don't, the park district don't want you going through there. Because they said if you go through there during the day and they're working, they're not paying attention because it's supposed to be closed. If you get ran over, it's gonna be your fault.
You know, there's no sign that says it's closed until you're like right there.
Yeah.
There's nothing warning you ahead of time, but you're gonna have to turn around.
Looked in the shed and my bike was still there, so it's still there. I figured that little skinny seat on it, my groin, it's probably not gonna work.
Okay.
So I drove out to the Austin Mill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got the big plastic on my bike, but it's too big. You can stay on
They had like a flea market type thing last one, the first one they had like 22 vendors that was
Yeah,
there.
I saw that.
And then yesterday, I'm figuring there was none of the vendors was there because of Mother's Day. And they probably had maybe 10 vendors there.
A lot of stuff out there.
Yeah.
Then you bought that
I don't
up.
know.
So that's where the vendors was at, that other stand around that.
Our class reunion's gonna be there,
When is it?
July 17th. 25 years.
It's that 150th.
Yeah, believe it. I could not believe that was like 25. I went back and counted like that.
Because he's got when you first come out now, he's got a overhang over the whole thing, all the way to that long shed.
On that one building.
Yeah, I was inside of it yesterday. He's got it open where he's working on it and stuff like that. He's gonna have a bar here and then right along the bike path, windows and stuff like that. He's gonna have tables and stuff like that to sit up in there. The band is gonna go back in that, way back on that far end. He's got a band. He's got a stage and stuff like that. It's already made. I
They
think
can,
it's,
if you can go inside, they don't have to stay outside.
they can have the band inside and
Now he
outside.
just needs to put up some tents for people to sleep in when they can't go.
He's got some candy spots.
Yeah, I know.
He's got 3 camping spots and it was
11 incumbent
Friday they were full.
commissioners.
Also did it.
Oh, it's camping spot.
Yeah, because
Julie,
he's part of Harvest Toast.
Oh.
Shelby County.
It's cheaper because you pay an annual fee. They say that annual fee is like
Really smart.
$125.
I am shocked.
Then you pay, and then you fly, then you say you're going from here to Montana. And you go on Harvest Toast, and they said, well, okay, if you're going to Montana, here's a good place to stay on Harvest Toast. When you go there, you take your cable motor or whatever, you go to the place where you're at. Let's say it's a ranch. Don't cost you anything to go there, instead because you pay that fee. You just have to do a little work at the ranch. Or if you go like to the Austin Brewery, you just have to pay- go to their place and spend money.
So I assume you have to make those reservations.
Yeah. You have to make the reservation, but it's, like I said, it's pretty much, it's like $125 a
He
year.
pays that and then.
You pay that fee, and then somebody goes, like somebody, the 3 who stayed there Friday night, they have to spend money at the Austin Brewery. Yeah. But it doesn't cost you, once you pay that annual fee, it doesn't cost you. No. The person who owns it.
So I assume they'll probably make more campsites with that.
Mm-hmm. Probably make more campsites and stuff. It's just like, I was reading through, well, I'm not gonna go to some, it's like if some farmer's got it, he's got a pig farm. And you say, well, I'm gonna go there, and you go there and stay. You have to work, you have to put in some time with this pig farm.
Pass on that.
Yeah, same thing I was thinking. Yeah, so I'm gonna pass on that part of it. But it's pretty nice. Just did that.
This weekend. I was talking about nonsense from this weekend, but we were at the camper, and there's all these pines. I mean, the pine.
I bet it is,
just-
You might as well just eat that.
Ugh, I feel like I have my throat.
I don't know, I know. You get up against those trees and it just gets.
I gotta mow tonight, no.
I think I got a ball game. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna take a Benadryl before I even get on that mower.
You better be careful.
You want to fall asleep on it.
It takes more than Benadryl to knock me out.
I don't know. Benadryl hurt me. I take one of them and I'll take one of them and sit in the chair. Next thing I know, I woke up and it's the same thing's not on the TV as I had. I said that.
Got half my day taken away on the 22nd.
It's the feast.
So I'll be able to attend the provision board tomorrow.
I could do that.
I got a movie RDC
On the 21st?
on the 22nd.
Well, I don't have any on the 22nd. I got the 20th and the 21st. The Board of Revisions. I got the 21st, the 20th and the 21st. The 22nd is the start of the Feast of Flag Moon. I told the author, I said, I don't really think you should have them.
It's 21st.
Okay.
They need a commissioner there specifically, or just, how many are on that?
There's 3 of us on the board.
Who's the other one? Central Center.
Auditor and treasurer. Auditor, treasurer, and commissioner.
I can come the afternoon. What time do you want me
On both days?
I'm going to the same, I'm going
He's
to that.
going for the covering of that center, that's 10:30, right?
No, I got it at 11.
11:30.
Who's the River Kid there?
Piketon.
Oh, okay,
We've
yeah.
got education.
Right.
I mean, I can go. We can, once we get close to that.
So that, we can appoint Sarah to go.
We could point Heidi to go.
We can appoint Heidi to go,
Where you want me to go?
I have before.
right here.
They should be fun, they'll have quorum.
To,
Because Jeff's not gonna come one day and he said in one of his work is
I
off.
think even if no one, well, yeah, we can do that, we can send somebody.
We just sent it to Gabriel, and I think we signed 9.
Kathy, you want to send it for board revision for a day?
No, thank you.
Nobody likes that.
Well, I have a question, guys. When they talk about the land bank, are they just focusing on Ross County, or they do both? They don't. They shouldn't, right?
Then what'd you say now?
On the land bank, do they just talk about the land bank in the county? They don't talk about the city, do they?
Yes.
No, you're talking
Oh, you talking about both?
Yes.
I just wondered. I just.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's both.
I just wondered. Cause there's a bunch of them out there waiting about the land bank out there.
Before we get back on, can you call Danny real quick and tell him we don't need the car out back?
We are on. We've been on. We didn't go on, that was mellow.
But you were talking about your groin. Yeah,
I forgot about
I've
that.
heard enough about your groin.
Now the whole world is.
Yeah.
Well,
It'll be lead story on Iowa Valley Garden.
Sometimes I remember my own name, and I'm very proud of it.
They'll say you had a groin amputation.
Was I right, 11:30?
Barry, you guys come on in if you want to have your ride. We're just sitting there looking good.
What's up, Fanny?
Did you say we're sitting here looking?
I said we're sitting there looking good.
I think this makes 2 meetings in a row. Before they start. Hey, how are you? Record reflects. Guys,
You're back again.
I'm back.
Talk about his groin.
I didn't go far. What?
Yeah.
That was before he said we were looking. And I don't know how that all works.
Yeah, I forgot about, yeah, I forgot about being on air.
Yeah, we're getting too deep.
Yeah, I forgot about being on air.
I got mine.
You got it? Cool.
We had a staff meeting this morning. We're talking about the traffic for the fireworks. This is in July. We're already done. That's gonna be fun. Yeah.
It was fun. We had some
The Beast, Gus Mack.
That's a big guess.
And they're all gonna be, I mean, I think that the fireworks are the single most amount of cars, so we'll have a few trial and errors.
And it's a big fireworks year.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's like 75 grand of fireworks this year or something like that.
Do you, Mayor Fee, do you honestly think there'll be a lot of people trying to get in the park though?
Yeah, probably more than normal.
Really?
It's a Saturday this year.
Last Wednesday.
I would think that they would try to get like over Central Center. I don't know, I'm just thinking they would.
I'll probably walk down.
Yeah, yeah.
There'll be a lot of traffic. We'll figure it out, but.
Then your next city council meeting, they'll all be up there complaining, you know how it is.
No doubt. You guys are the visitor centers making a program. Yeah. Mulberry's supposed to open today, so that'll be good.
Good?
Yeah. I never get down there, but it looks.
I drove by there. I didn't get out and walk, but I drove by there.
Yeah, there are a couple of
I'll go up that way. Yeah, I want to get my eyes on it before we open, just to make sure, but what time are you?
To what degree are you being? This might take that way. So to what degree? Check it out. See, nice and smooth.
Other thing is, it was a,
Mainly because I
it
don't.
was like being on the ocean liner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
we're
we have fairly open lines of communication. It would be contact your council every time we have something to go.
You got one up there by you, Commissioner.
Yeah, been in there for a while.
Not the one that caught on fire?
No.
Which side is it on? Or which side is it?
Where Tina lives at,
Who?
down that street.
Where?
Where Tina lives at. That's Church Street.
Yeah, there
thought that
are
was second.
some gray areas.
Hers is second this way, in front of her house, but Church Street belongs to
Okay, yeah, you're right, okay.
Stuff like.
Well, they're, I'm gonna say their address was Second Street, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Knows what they're.
Is that that great big white one?
Mm-mm.
A friend of mine actually.
Yeah.
There's one on the corner. Got all kind of trash down.
In another state.
Was that Todd Nims?
Clear down to the end.
Todd Nims?
Who?
Todd Harrison Nims?
No. Todd and them don't, Todd and Gina don't own any houses on Church Street. It's the last house on Church Street. Last property.
Landline that I just step on. I don't realize.
This one's right up here.
I think the thing to bear in mind is that even though it doesn't feel like it, we are making progress.
All right, I got 10:30. We want to get started?
All right. Call the land bank meeting to order. We've got a quorum. You've got the meeting minutes from last meeting circulated. You get a chance to review those. I will entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
Have a motion. Have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Great. Crystal couldn't make it today. She's attending to a family member who's having dental surgery, I believe. And I think Seth is going to take us through the financials. Is that right, Seth?
Tricia, you've got a post.
Tricia is going to take us through the financials.
I have a poster. Oh, I have
End of April, cash balance was $210,394. Our audit will start soon. All of the compilation work has already been gathered. So if something comes up and I end up contacting for something or other, that's probably why. I will say that 210,000 April balance, we have about 47,000 in demo invoices to pay out. All of that will be, it's all grant fund. And so we'll be both pulling down further grant funds and also paying out, because there's quite a few projects that finished as of the end of April. So that's probably the extent of what I could share with you about that.
Yeah, I think Crystal circulated some more detail. If there's ever any questions, we do obviously a live report when we do these financials in these meetings. But we're in a strong cash position. We'll have fun with the audit here soon. Any questions for us on the financials? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve them.
I'll make that motion.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Thank you. Okay. We're going to run through old business, and Tricia's going to lead us through most of this. We're going to start with the building demolition and revitalization grant. Some updates.
So we are finishing up our fiscal year 24 grant. There were several properties that have fallen off of our list for one reason or another. Several of them have pulled permits, are working with a chief building officer in the city to make repairs. There was one property owner who no longer wanted to participate in the program, so they pulled out. So for different reasons, we've got about 5 replacement properties that are still to be worked on through those funds. And we have also found out that fire properties we used to be able to submit a letter from the fire chief of the jurisdiction where the property is, and through fire code and ORC, that was used as an access, basically, to get to the property and perform the work. The state's no longer accepting that letter as official form of access, which is a bummer. But, so, properties at this point have to be either the owner voluntarily giving us access, being able to show proof of some form of notice going out to property owners or next of kin and that kind of thing, or we go through the process for the land bank acquiring properties before we move through the demo grant. So unfortunately, that's kind of where that sits at the moment. We have the new pot of funding that has opened up fiscal year 26. Set aside, county set aside funds were cut in half basically. So we had, the last few years we've had 500,000, it's moved to about 230. And so we have submitted 16 properties for that amount of funding. And we're in the beginning stages of that. So we haven't heard anything back about cure or any approvals or denials yet. Any questions about any of that?
It's not necessarily a bad thing when a property falls off the list. It might be a bad thing, but oftentimes it means that something positive is
Clean it
happening.
up, yeah.
Exactly. So the land bank serves a purpose even when we're not spending money, which is kind of nice.
The Brownfield grant update. So we've been working on the CSX property in town on East 7th Street, right beside the transit hub. Most of the work is really completed there. I did submit an extension because the final phase, the final steps of that are getting the paperwork back from the EPA side, and they can't really guarantee us that we'll have that back by the end of the month. So I did submit an extension. The new pot of funding has come out for that. We submitted 5 projects back in November, I think right before Thanksgiving, and we got the cure back for those maybe 3 weeks ago. And so 4 of the 5 of our projects will move forward. One had to fall off, which was the old truck depot out on Hospital Road that's been vacant and overgrown now. I think it's officially Green Township, maybe?
Yeah.
We couldn't get the owner to sign a clean hands affidavit. So that one won't move forward, at least for now.
Who is the owner? Is that a private owner or a company?
It's a company.
It's a motor freight company.
I want to say they're out of Michigan, but it is a private company.
The Central Motor Freight.
Yes.
I used to be the
Central.
janitor there.
Okay.
When I was in college, yeah. It was wonderful.
You can be the janitor now out there.
Yeah. I got a job I can handle, finally.
Take a look at it.
The next round of brownfield funding will come out likely towards the end of summer, and the big change there, the funds are already appropriated, but we will no longer have a county set aside. In the past several years, we've had $1 million set aside per county, which was really nice, especially for like small operations like us. but moving forward, it will all be competitive. So any jobs that we can tie to workforce, redevelopment for industry is what will score higher. Title, any questions about that? Title search results, at the last board meeting, you approved for us to go ahead and do title searches on all of the land bank owned properties. I think that was a total of maybe 6 to 8. So we went ahead and did that. All of those properties did come back with issues. So we kind of anticipated that, but they will all have issues. It's an initial estimate of around 3,000, if not a little more, to rectify those through Benson's office is what we've got as of now. We've not moved forward on any of those, with the exception of 369 Neal, which has been in the sale process since like January. So I guess an update there, and then discussion on how we want to proceed with rectifying those. And we can talk about that now or later. But just as an FYI, that's where those sit. We do also have, if I can skip down to F, my F, the forfeiture properties. These are properties that have gone through the sheriff's sale process. We talked about this previously, but they did go through the sheriff's sale process. They were not sold twice, and the land bank petitioned to acquire them. However, it was found that they, excuse me, didn't go through sale at a minimum of 14 days apart through sheriff's sale. They were done 1 week apart, and that's just not the proper timing as far as ORC. So they don't come to us cleanly. And I'll pause there and see if you want to provide an update on title search.
Yeah, so the one aspect of these foreclosures that we wanted everything to take longer was done instantly. With the sheriff just made a mistake in the timing of the second sale. We have addressed that, so we shouldn't have that problem in the future, but it has come up from time to time in the past. The question now is, what does that mean as to the title for these properties and who has an interest in them? And the treasurer and I have discussed this a bit, and I've discussed it with Tricia a little bit. There are a couple of ways of going about doing it. The first would be to actually reopen the foreclosure case and vacate the entry of sale and the sale process, get a new order, sending it back to the sheriff to schedule additional sales, make sure that it's done within the proper schedule, and then go back through this process again. If there are 2 bids with no, or excuse me, 2 auctions with no bids, then go through the forfeiture petition process all over again. That would take anywhere from 6 months to another year or so. One other possibility is that as things stand right now, there was a judicial entry of forfeiture to the land bank. So there is a court document signed by a judge that is colorably giving the land bank some interest in the property. And insofar as there's an interest to the property and somebody holds that interest, it's kind of on them to assert that interest, to do whatever they would deem fit, which in this case, of course, would be the land bank. Bringing an action to quiet title is a possibility that has been done on, was it the Neal Avenue? Either way, it's an older matter before I was in this position. In many ways, it seems to come down to a bit of harmless error, just in that it was a minor mistake. I don't know if there's any case law interpreting this particular issue or not. I haven't had an opportunity to look into that precise question. But in many ways, I guess the ball is in the land bank's court as to how which option you would like to do that. And I think this is also a good time to bring up the fact of, or the question rather, of who exactly represents the land bank. Because it creates a bit of a gray area ethically. I mean, my office represents the county, and in this context, specifically the treasurer as far as the foreclosure action goes. So we don't represent the land bank per se. And so just to keep everyone aware of that. And as far as like making a decision as to how to proceed, at this point, it's kind of a question for the land bank itself. And we'll certainly do what we can to facilitate this process. But I suppose in some ways it could be the decision of the treasurer as to reopen the case or not. But that's pretty much where we are. And I don't think I'm necessarily saying anything new. It's just that this is kind of an unresolved question. But well, the good news is that we've identified the problem and we've corrected it, so it shouldn't happen again. But that's where we are. And just one other thing to add. With these properties, I mean, the reason why they haven't gotten any bids is because nobody wants them. And we have prioritized going after problem properties that have had nuisances due to the site of criminal activity, and so on and so forth. So that is one of the reasons why we're kind of in this conundrum, is because we've been picking the worst properties in an attempt to do something to correct numerous problems. And then a related issue, of course, is that it's the treasurer's office that's been fronting the costs for all of this. And at a certain point, there is still a bottom line issue that does apply. The treasurer is in a better position to speak to that should he so desire than I am.
So maybe to summarize, these properties have a technical cloud on the title, and the land bank can either sell them, and probably if we did that, we would sell them with a quick claim deed, not a warranty deed, perhaps, meaning that we kind of are saying, we don't know if the title's clear, but it's yours if you want it. We wouldn't sell it with a warranty deed because we know the title's not clear, but that would affect the value and then further future certain considerations. I think the main place where we are now is the acknowledgement that as we've gone through this a few times now, the code, I would say, is not really clear on whether or not the county prosecutor represents the land bank, and probably the easiest thing, and what we've discussed with the prosecutor in the past, is that we would just hire counsel, and we've done that. We've used Bricker Grade and other firms. And so what I'm going to recommend is that we continue on that path, hire counsel, ask them to give us a recommendation on the best path forward. It's probably going to be clear the title and do it right, I would assume. And maybe, as Gabriel pointed out, one is through an action to quiet the title, and the other is just to kind of start over and have ask the sheriff to do the process again with the correct timing.
And I am open to doing that.
Yeah.
In case I didn't want to sound like that.
Right. Do you anticipate that because there's already a single, it was auctioned once, a second auction now would obviously be more than 14 days later? Would you need to put it up for auction 2 more times or just 1 more time?
That's a question that I've been pondering myself. I haven't found any real clear guidance, but since it does say no less than 14 days or whatever the language is, it's definitely been more than 14 days at this point. So, unless I found anything to the contrary, I would say just 1.
Yeah.
Although if we're doing it again, we should probably err on the side of caution.
Sure, it's not that much extra time. This probably falls in the category of best for Gabriel and I to take offline. I think the reality is that the owners of these properties, or the sort of whoever it is in their chain of title, probably will never make this an issue. But if they did, it'd be a headache for everybody involved. it's a little aware of it, we might as well clean it up. So we will pursue outside counsel advice, and I don't even think we need approval meetings, we just need to keep the ball rolling on this so we can keep going. Okay, because we've approved everything related to them already. Any questions on that? I know it's a mess. Okay. Tricia, you wanna go next?
Yeah, so we'll pop back up to the purchase offer. At the last meeting, we tabled this purchase offer for 388 East 2nd Street. This is, the purchase offer is for someone who owns the two properties immediately to the left, I think, of this property. So it would be kind of a side lot for the tenants that are in that directly adjacent property right now. So as mentioned, we did a title search on it. It's not clear. So we, even if we were to sell it, it would be hung up. The offer is for $1,000 plus closing. The listed price is that $7,130. My recommendation would be to decline the sale right now.
Is
Maybe
it an option
this could be a quick claim deed too, and sell it for that lower price and let them deal with the title issue?
Could. My worry is that we end up in lawsuits later, which we have to defend. I don't know if we just pull these from being even having them listed right now. So we don't have to entertain offers on properties that we're not actually in a position. So I don't have a problem with approving quick claim. Because that basically, a quick claim says, title might not be good, but it's yours. It's yours. I don't know. Maybe we could either entertain that offer or we could get some legal advice on whether or not we should be selling this in that manner.
So what's been the communication with the person who made the offer? So they're just waiting on us to respond to them? Or do they know if there is a title issue yet? Or we communicated that? Or
You waiting on a yes or a no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a trashed lot that I just want to enclose with fencing. The neighbors to the east of it just trash it daily. My crew has cleaned it up multiple times, and over the last 8 years, the previous tenant mowed it and kept it up, but there's about 14 bags of trash, again, from last week, now torn open. So I'm just trying to get it. I don't get anything other than it's going to be clean, and I'm going to fence it in for my tenants that have families that just need a safe spot for their kids. I don't get any more or less rent, so I'm just trying to accumulate it to fence it off.
What's the address of the people who are trashing it offhand?
It's the property to the east. Like, they have trash to the top of their privacy fence. Their entire backyard, and their privacy fence is falling over. So it is very, very unsanitary. And I've cleaned it up multiple times. It would be, what, 392? East 2nd. So I own 384 and 388.
390.
I think it would be 392, 392, yeah.
390. I'm looking at it on auditor's website. There's photograph.
And I can share it with the city nuisance abatement board.
That's how I heard from the previous tenant that they're already kind of forced to put up that privacy fence, but I mean, it just gave them a place to house their trash now.
And this is household garbage.
Yeah, it's just regular old trash bags full of whatever. It seems like ever since I accumulated the properties that their trash is made on my end because they don't set up trash at all. You can drive in the alley and just see a pile of trash.
Where they wait till the middle of the night and pick it in.
Yeah.
Your tenant's trash.
So I had a dump trailer there for a little while I just revamped both properties, and come find out it got filled overnight. So I don't do that anymore, but there's definitely a trash issue going on just with that lot. I'm gonna close it.
I mean, there's a city thing we can take care of. And then the sale thing is sort of a, I guess, I mean, you heard the conversation. I would prefer that we actually had legal advice before we try to sell something. We know that the title is cloudy, but I don't know. I'm definitely open to conversation on that.
Well, I think definitely for all the rest of them, definitely 100%. Let's get some legal advice and try to get those cleaned up. And then I guess input from the offer on that. You want to wait on us to clear the title issue or proceed?
What flagged? I mean, there's different levels of severity on a title. So what did flag? And if it's minor, or I'll just take care of it myself.
It went up to sheriff's sale, and when a property goes to sheriff's sale, that's supposed to clear anything. But the sheriff's sale process didn't happen in the correct manner. So the cloud on the title is the fact that the sheriff is supposed to put the sale up once, nobody bids, and then put it up a second time after 14 days. They put it up twice, but twice within 14 days. So the cloud is the fact that the sale process did not follow state law.
I think with this one, there is also some additional things that got flagged from the additional title search.
Did it go through sheriff's sale?
This is one that we've owned since before I started,
16.
but I would say it probably went through sheriff's sale for the land bank to acquire.
Well,
But it
sheriff's sale
was-
should clear all. I'm gonna say we need more to get you more information.
Yeah. There's no rush. I just wanted to have weather in this season to put up a fence, get it settled, but if it's minor, I'll clear it. Especially the 14-day, and you guys owned it since 16, so I doubt anybody's challenging anything. It's just a
Right.
matter of documentation and clearing it, which would just be time, basically, filing the correct forms. So I'm not against that, because then it would just allow me to proceed with my plans, and then just clear it up. But if it's anything crazy or anybody's have a claim to it, if that's the only thing I would like to know. Which it doesn't sound like it.
I can go back to my notes from the title search at Henson's office and see what the exact, communicate with you on what the exact holdups were.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay, so after that's communicated with.
That's what I was gonna say. We're gonna take his offer or not gonna take his offer?
That's the question, so.
You know.
I'm fine with it.
I'm fine with it too. If you look into everything to find out what's going on, if it's just a minor thing other than 14 days, I would say just let him.
Yep.
We'll sell it to him.
Gotcha.
Pending.
So pending communication on the title search with the fellow who made us the offer. If he's good with it, I make a motion to approve the sale.
Okay, so just so we're clear, this deviates from, like, we are, if we take 1,000 on this one, this deviates from the process. We just sold one for auditor's appraised value. So I just want to make sure our process is consistent so that somebody else has come in later and said, well, you told me to buy it for appraised value.
That's fair. Yeah.
Do we know the appraised value on this one?
About 16,000. I mean, about 6,000. I just looked at it.
6,000. Okay.
About a little bit over 6,000.
The land value and then plus 500 for administrative fees, so. The list, that is what we listed for, land appraised value plus our 500, so that's 7130.
Yeah, I don't have a strong opinion on the actual, what we take. I just want to make sure our process is consistent. So if we deviate from that, because with the last one we sold that has not moved, we approved for sale offer, which was the appraised value. We have not been able to sell it because of the title issues, but we accepted the appraised value, right? So that's just in the atmosphere now. How much did we pay for the title search?
Oh, I want to say about 3,800. I don't have an estimate exactly for clearing this title. But would you be interested in paying their attorney's fees to clear all this up in order to sell it?
I've heard the conversation, like, to see how much it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
More discussion?
If time is not, you okay with a little time?
Yeah. I don't think it's going anywhere.
Right. I'm saying next meeting.
Probably the first property we acquired. So maybe we can put on the agenda a process for entertaining these offers when they are below the appraised value, so we just apply something consistent. That's all I'm worried about.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then this woman who has previously made the offer on the one, we could just apply that process back to her offer, and anybody else that comes in. So
Certainly tempting with what he's trying to do. Just clean
yeah,
up.
I've got no problem other than consistency.
Yeah.
I just don't want somebody else to come back in and say, why, you know.
Exactly.
It's pretty
So I think we
similar.
should probably clearly define what circumstances
I agree.
allow for different offers. And
Right.
so, exactly, this one being a side lot with an owning property, and we have nuisance issues that,
Right.
exactly, I mean, I think those are qualifying things, but it should be clearly defined. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so let's table the vote for today. Let's discuss, we will attempt to circulate some sort of policy or something so we can come into the next meeting with a method to consider these offers. And then consider this at the next meeting when we have more information on the title question. Everybody good with that?
Yep.
Okay, great. I think we already have E, right?
Yep. And the last thing would be the GOPC presentation.
Okay. And that kind of, in some ways, ties into that conversation we just had. So the last meeting, or the last work, we had a work session. Allison Goble attended from GOPC. And actually last week, GOPC held a field conference. Tricia and I both attended. Tammy and Tiffany from the CIC attended. Ties into some other stuff. But in any case, we have on the back of your agenda kind of the two versions of what they were proposing. I would say I'm not super interested in the full-blown strategic planning process right now. I think maybe someday it might be worthwhile, but at the price, $35,000 to $4,000, sort of both the city and the county coming off of major plans, maybe just feeling like we need a breather. The Fast and Furious version seems, one, more affordable, and two, sort of like a good primer. But I'll open that for discussion too. Basically just help us guide land bank operations going forward, especially in light of the fact that we are operating off of DTAC money, steady revenue, as opposed to just living and dying by those grants from time to time. I could be talked into the other one, but the Fast and Furious feels more manageable right now. Any thoughts?
I don't think it's a bad idea, but I'm with you. I think that the Fast and Furious one makes more sense for us at this point in time. At least get a start, right? Have something.
Yeah.
Where.
And I suspect that if we later, she hasn't said this, but if we later wanted to go into the full-blown process, I think that would take a discount off of, you know, if she spent a few months working on this with us, we might be able to spin it into full-blown or do a full-blown in a year and have a sort of give us a sense of where we're headed with that. Any other conversation?
No, sounds good.
Okay. So we would need a motion to approve going with Plan A, which is basically just an approval, a budget approval, essentially of $6,900 to enter into agreement with GOPC. I won't be voting on this. I think I should be former board member. To approve the, well, I'll call it the Fast and Furious plan, planning process We would need a motion on that to approve that funding, and then we can get going on that.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All right, a motion and a second, I'm going to abstain, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Okay, great. Okay, new business, public comment. Any public comment? Next regular meeting. July.
Yeah.
We should also give us plenty of time to get.
Get in there.
So July's gonna be difficult for me with the second half collection.
Okay. Do you want to move it like in late June?
Yeah, that would be better.
Oh, well, we're gonna be busy here.
Are you looking for a date?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have any BOR late June.
Nothing like late June again.
Yeah, so 29th or would be ideal.
Can we do 10:30?
10:30 on the 29th?
Yep.
Works for me. Great. All right, anything else for the good of the order? We'll be back on the 29th.
That's 10:30?
All right, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Vote with your feet. Thanks, everybody. I'm gonna get that house for a second. Second Street. And then we can see what's going on, that trash issue. I'll be curious to see what's going on.
Make the motion, we adjourn our meeting. Second. And come back at 1 o'clock.
Say aye.
All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.